I just wanted to check my phone there for a second. So, okay, wonderful. All right, so if you're new here, welcome in. I'm a spiritual energetic reader, and I wanted to do a card reading for you today. So we're going to go ahead and talk about financial situation, opportunities that are around you, and also how they may benefit you moving forward. So it definitely is showing that you're not really sure how stable and secure your financial situation is right now. If you're feeling like it's pretty darn good, I would definitely suggest to go ahead and save as much as you can for your resources and plan ahead for the very near future. Seven of Cups, the Tower, and the Chariot are all very present right here. So we're definitely using the Witch Tarot, which is one of my favorites. It definitely communicates well with me usually, so I love this card deck. Let's see, yeah. Opportunities to consider. I mean, you could definitely go into like transportation, or maybe even, I was gonna say real estate, even though that's not really showing up here, but yeah, what is it talking about here? Let's see. You definitely have sources of income, whether you do like Airbnb or real estate of some kind, like maybe you're an apartment or luxury apartment, like lease admin person, or like I said, you have some type of real estate that you rent out or you lease out, something like that. I would definitely suggest that would be, let me see, Chariot. What would we say about the Chariot? I definitely wanted to say that because you're feeling like, if you're not feeling it yet, Spirit's cautioning you to plan ahead for a rainy day, and that rainy day may last quite a while, and you may be in a state of limbo for a while, because the Seven of Cups and the Chariot are on both either side of the Tarot tower, and it could be something sudden, like if you're thinking that you're gonna get a job, like oh, I'm like if you're contract to hire and you're like, oh, I'm pretty certain they keep giving me good reviews that they're gonna hire me, and then they don't. They decide not to extend you an offer. That's gonna be a Tower. That's gonna feel a sense of, okay, everything's up in the air until we talk. And then the Chariot would be, I'm at a crossroads, right? Or maybe they give you an ultimatum and say, you know, maybe you're like, hey, I want a raise, or I would love a promotion, or they want to put you in a different like department than what you're doing and do something completely different. Sorry. You know, and it may not fulfill your cup the same as what it might have if you stayed where you are now. Maybe you're like, hey, these are the things that I've done this year, and you really like go in and negotiate for yourself, and they're like, yeah, we're just not going to go higher than whatever this is. We already think we're paying you too much for XYZ. That would be a Tower. That would also be create a sense of Seven of Cups energy for you as well, with, you know, just like, okay, maybe I should go back to the drawing board. You know, it kind of brings you out of like a fantasy world. Maybe it thrusts some people in that attachment style, that detachment style, to kind of thrust them into like head in the sand syndrome is what I call it. So I would definitely, and then the Chariot, yeah, we're talking about the Chariot as well. I want to find out how that could actually help influence us here. Where you could find, oh, I'm so sorry. So definitely, like, you definitely want to go into, like how I said, transportation, transport. Yeah. What would the Tower be there? What would the Tower be? Yep. Right. Yep. So how we're talking about, that's actually pretty interesting. I didn't even know that about the Tower and the Chariot together. But how we're talking about, like, with the job in that example, it may be something like, it's just talking about maybe you experience something where like there's conflict or there's anger management or something like that, but it's a career that has high emotional pressure, and something happens to where it either goes in your favor and protects you from something, but almost has to remove you from that environment, or almost the opposite of that. It just doesn't go in what you feel like is your favor, and you have some choices to make. And so that's really, really interesting. So you may want to look at other opportunities where you have a lot more autonomy, You may want to look at transportation, you know, Uber, Lyft, those kinds of things. You can look at, you know, ship, different things like that. Sorry for my hair. So that's interesting. Let me see here. What else? Opportunity. Yeah, see, I would do some type of like, some type of work where you can just kind of pick up and go, put it down when it is necessary. Pardon for my rude hiccups. Rude hiccups. So definitely something that you can kind of go this way or that. It may be more kind of like short-term travel, local travel, those kinds of things. You could be like a local tourist, or like you could be like the pink Jeep in Sedona, Arizona, like the tours, and give the tours. Find something that you're really passionate about that's exciting. I want to say creative, not outside the pattern, but yeah, outside the pattern of what you would normally do. Invigorates a sense of spice into your life, but really challenging yourself to say, okay, where do I want to end up? What do I want my life to look like? What do I want it to be? What kind of adventure do I want next? And really pursuing that. And then almost like going backwards to figure out the steps, and then moving forward once you have, say, 3 or 4 steps figured out. From like, this is the outcome, and I'm going to take 4 steps back. What does that look like? You know, I'm going to start from there and move forward, kind of thing. That's how my mind writes a paper. And those are some of the best papers I've ever written and ever have gotten graded on. So good luck. I love it. Okay. A sense of like you're holding yourself back with the 2 of Wands in reverse. No, I was thinking sales and firefighting, which is 2 totally different things, but maybe you're somebody who sells fire alarms. Like, you know, like go into, it's not really a sales card, but maybe you're someone that, like how we just talked about changing the pattern, like literally changing the freaking pattern. If there's a fire, you're going to want to know about that. You're relaxing. If there's something that you should know about, that changes the pattern right away. Super interesting. Maybe there's something with software. Maybe you're a software engineer. Maybe there's something for you to discover and utilize as a tool, with software being your main kind of mechanic for like buying a new software, or what do you call it? Resubscribing, renewing your subscription, whether for yourself, your team, whatever, your company. And yeah, so there's something around that for you. So, okay. How would these benefit you? I would definitely say it'll definitely stabilize. It'll definitely help to stabilize and like kind of pull you out of a stagnant energy. It's definitely going to thrust you moving forward, to move forward. It's definitely going to create something kind of like refining, like Phoenix flying out of the fire, right? Like the bird of Phoenix. That's funny. Phoenix bird. But like the Phoenix through the fire. It's definitely going to help refine you and your services and why you're in something. It's also going to give you like this new sense of like a rebirth. It's going to give you a sense of, oh, this is what I have to offer. So it's almost as if you came from a relationship, you heal, and then you give yourself that time to like really go through like, say, counseling, coaching, whatever that is, self-development. And then after a few years or whatever amount of time, you go, this is who I am, this is what I have to contribute, and I'm taking no less than this. Or these are my standards, these are my preferences, you know, those types of things. And it's really about standing tall in who you are and what you have to contribute. So that is the benefit of all of it. Oh my gosh, did you just see this? Oh my gosh, we have 2 of Pentacles, and then we have the freaking Knight of Cups. Yeah, so you may be attracting love coming in, which is amazing, but ultimately I would definitely suggest that it's something that you're attracting the right fit for you. And it may be something like if you are released from your job, or you are kind of coming up to a crossroads to kind of choose, and maybe it's sudden, maybe another company is buying out your company, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been here for 30 plus years, or I've been in this role for 30 plus years, and now you're requiring me to get you know, I had a friend who said I had to get a certification after 30 years of doing what she's doing, like pharmacy and different things like that. And she's like, oh, are you kidding me? She knows it back, you know, like the back of her hand. do it blindfolded in her sleep, and she's been doing it. She's one of the best. But her new company, her old company was bought out by another company, and they required her and other staff members to get certified, which now she is. And of course she could go anywhere now, but she's like, I'm not even sure that I'm happy with the company that bought us out and required that out of us. So she wants to give it a try, but maybe your situation is very similar to that. Maybe it's like, give it a shot, but you're really gonna have to think about what is more aligned with where you want to go and who you want to be, is what I keep hearing too. Like, what do you want to represent, and what do you want to provide for your family and your kids, and ultimately what kind of work-life balance are you looking for? Move toward that and create something around that. So, all right, well, that's all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Go ahead and like and subscribe and share our video, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks.